Hi class, my name is Hajra and this is the game that I've made for the alpha prototype. Now so to begin the game, to introduce the game, the name of the game is Around the World. There are 4 colors that will be involved. For the demo, I'm just gonna have 2 colors, yellow and green, but for the real game there will be 4 colors and 4 pieces of each color. For the game, I'm just going to be using 2. Each color has their own house, and they're going to start off at their own house, and they're going to finish at their own house. So let's start. I'll be rolling the die. Got a 4 and a 5. My objective to start is that I get a 1 with another number. So let's say, did I get a 1 yet? Nope, didn't get a 1. Okay. We're not gonna get a 1. Okay, so I just got a 1 right now. I got a 1 and a 4. So what I'm gonna do is, I'll have them right here, and then I'll go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna end right there, okay? And just like that, the next person will go, and so on and so forth. But since I was doing the demonstration, I went more than once. But let's say if this was my first turn and I got a 5 and a 2, I would just move it on to the next person and I would not go again. So let's say that I'm the green and I had to move 1 and 4. Excuse me, just the 4. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Let's say I roll again. I get a 3 and a 2. So I got a 3. 1, 2, 3. I landed on the question mark. What is the question mark, you ask? So for the question mark, in order to alleviate myself from the question mark, I have to take this die and I have to roll it again. I got a 4. So what I would have to do, since I got a 4, I would have to move in. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason I would not have to go in would be if from the question mark I got the number 1. So if I had gotten the number 1, I would be able to move here. But if I did not receive a 1, I would not be able to move. Same thing over there for that question mark. So I have to go in. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oopsies. I land right there. Okay? Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I landed on the star. I landed on the star. What do we do when we land on the star? We're going to come by here and we're going to pick this card. If I pick this card, it says, where is the Amazon River? These are pretty simple questions. So where is the Amazon River? The Amazon River is in South America. So if I knew the answer to that question, I would just say South America. But if not, I would if I were to get this answer wrong, I would just have to put it back and I would lose my turn. But let's say if I got the question right and I know where it is, I would just roll it again, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I would do that. The point of the game is, let's say I'm green and I started right here and I go all the way here and I go through the game and everything, right? I go through the game and everything. Then what I would have to do is I would have to go it can end right here. I have basically skipped all this area, which is kind of a good thing. So then all I would have to do would be to go through here, and then I'm at green. So then I have basically won my lap. When I get here, I'm done. Okay? So that would be the objective for all 4 game pieces. So just like I finished 1, I would finish 2, and then 3, and then 4. Okay? So for the around the world aspect, I wanted to incorporate what happens around the world. So South America, there's a lot of rain. So these are raindrops. If a player from any color lands over here, if a player from any color lands over here, what they would have to do is they would have to skip their turn. So it's raining in the Amazon, so that's why we have to wait. basically. So since you're on your trek. And the same thing over here, there's 2. Over here, since we are near the Arctic, it's very, very icy. You would have to wait for whatever you want to interpret it as. You can wait for the ice to melt, you can wait for the way to be a little easier to go through, and then we would do that. After that, we are near Asia. So Asia has the biggest mountains in the tallest mountains in the world. So that's why we would have to wait. It would take a day for us to, so basically it would take a turn for us to go across the mountains. And then over here, since we are by Australia, we would, I thought since Africa and Australia are kind of, near each other on the board, we could say that there's a sandstorm going on here and here. So, the point of the game is for all 4 of your pieces to go around the board one by one, and then they would, essentially you're just going to go around and you're going to end up home and this piece is finished. And then the same thing with this one. You're going to go around the board once and then this piece is done too. Just like that, you're going to finish 4 pieces. Now, there are ways a person can be held back. Just like these places are, like I explained before, if it's raining, we have to wait for the rain to kind of stop a little bit. If it's icy, we're stuck there and we have to wait for a turn. With the mountains, you have to wait for a turn to be able to climb them. And then for the sandstorm, we have to wait for it to kind of go away a little bit. That's one way that you lose a turn. Another way that a player is hindered from winning would be that, let's say that I'm green and my friend here is yellow. So I would go, on my way, and let's say I land right here on my previous turn. On my next turn, if I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I get a 6 and I land on the same spot as this one has to go home because I landed on it. So that being said, if any of the pieces from the red, the blue, if any of the pieces land on the green or land on any other color, like the yellow landed, the green yet landed on the yellow, this one gets to go home and this one stays. For the questions, there are 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 questions. The questions, like I said earlier, they are pretty easy. One question is, where is the Amazon River? South America. Where was the Berlin Wall? Germany. Where's the Niagara Falls? I'm sure everybody knows the answer to that question. They are in Canada and the United States. So both of those answers would be okay. Where are the Great Pyramids located? They're in Egypt. Where are the tallest mountains in the world? And those are in Asia. So the point of the questions is, it's just kind of like a little trivia added into the game. And then there will be an answer key provided on the back of the board along with the instructions. Now the instructions are that there can be 2 to 4 players, and the players' ages have to be 4 and up. There will be 4 game pieces that every player gets of their own color. So there's yellow, there's green, and then red and blue. So each player that is playing the game will have 4 red, 4 blue, 4 green, 4 yellow. And the point is to go around the board. And if they reach from here, from anywhere, if they reach any of these spots, they have to wait a turn. If they land on the question mark, they have to be able to roll a 1 with the die. I don't know where I put my die. Oh, they're right here. They have to be able to roll a 1 with it. They have to be able to roll a 1. And to conclude this video, I have explained the rules, and I've explained the number of pieces needed and the equipment. So we would need 2 die, and there would be 4 of each color provided. Right now I just use pennies and I put these, but the game pieces provided. And then there would be 4 of each, and after that what we would do is we would play the game. Alright, thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have fun playing my game around the world.